Judd, we're so thankful for ARS here in the Valley for taking care of all of our disaster needs.
Oh, we're glad to be here. We love Cache Valley. What an incredible place to live. And we're lucky, you know, people don't want to know us because of work, but we are here if they do need us. And, you know, usually when they call us, they're excited to see us. We are here to clean up all disasters, from small little floods to small, you know, pet stains in carpet to massive house fires.
Well, you don't want to see your doctor for a medical reason, but you love your doctor for being there. So that's the way we look at ARS. When we have a problem, a disaster, because it could be something as a broken pipe, a flooding, or weather issue flooding, or the fire, or the pet mess on the floor, or kids. I mean, you handle so many kinds of disasters.
We do. Most of what we do is insurance related. So we work with all the insurance companies. We're on most of their preferred vendor lists, you know, so they're usually going to recommend us. And what we do is we try and, there's things people don't think of, like vehicle impacts, car hits a house, a tree, a wind blows a tree over and hits a house, those things. But we don't just do insurance, we're also general contractors. And so because we're general contractors, a lot of flood companies will just do the flood. Well, then you're stuck with all the sheetrock damage it did, or, you know, if your carpet needs to be replaced and relaying your carpet, putting it back together. We handle it all, from massive commercial buildings to just the small, you know, small one-bedroom problems. We're here to handle it all.
And when you say handle it all, we ought to kind of outline that, because I have the problem, I call you, your team comes out, you assess the damage, you'll pull up the carpet, you pull out the pad, you haul it away, you clean it up, then you can rebuild. Like you said, as a contractor, you can rebuild that wall. I don't have to call somebody else to figure all this thing out, everything out.
Right. You know, they call us and we'll take care of the whole thing, and that makes us, you know, different. You know, to be a full service restoration company, I think it's a lot easier if you have someone that's going to take care of everything, so that you made the phone call, now they're there, take care of it, and then people think, if I had this kind of damage, it's never going to be as good as it was before. Well, if we don't make it as good or better than it was before, we haven't done our job right.
Perfect answer. Oh, I love that. If you haven't made it as better as before or better, then you haven't done your job.
That's right. I mean, we really do. You know, because if there's some sort of disaster that's happened, we're putting in new materials. You know, if it's new sheetrock, we're, you know, fixing any of the holes that it made. We're painting. A lot of times, new carpet needs to go in because the carpet's damaged from the water or the fire, and so we're putting brand new stuff into a home. And so it's almost always better than it was before.
And then your team here, even in-house, handles the insurance things as well, the paperwork and stuff like that for us?
We do. We work directly with the insurance companies. They all know who we are. We work with them every day. And so, you know, we help a lot. That's a big help. Is usually when we get to the job, we'll call the insurance company for them if they haven't already notified them, and let them know what's going on and get them involved in the process so that they can pay for the work.
Well, sometimes the insurance part of it is as overwhelming as the disaster itself. You know, it can become very, you know, frustrating and difficult, so that's nice to know that you'll help with that, as well as cleaning up the disaster.
We will, because all the policies are different. A lot of people think that, you know, if your sprinklers flooded your basement, it's covered. Well, sometimes it's not. You know, it depends on the insurance company, and so we try and get them in touch with their insurance adjusters real quickly, so their insurance adjusters can notify them of the coverages before they get an enormous bill to put their whole house back together. We want them to know what things are covered, and most of the time it is covered if it's from what they call a potable water source.
Now, if you've had a little problem out there, all they need to do is give you a call. And how would they know, like, when is a disaster too little or too, you know, not your cup of tea, or not for you to handle?
We've done it all. I mean, our guys, we've suited them up to crawl in the most nasty sewage floods you've ever seen underneath, you know, mobile homes and so forth. So to just the small stuff, we try and, you know, we're big enough to take care of any problem, but we're also a small enough company that we want to.
So if you have a problem and you're not even sure, all you do need to call you and find out. Say, what do I need to do with this? And you'll take care of them over the phone even.
Yes, more than half of the phone calls we get are just educating people over the phone. They're asking questions. We don't charge them for that. We do free estimates. So, you know, half our time on the phone with customers is just answering some of the questions they have, and sometimes telling them how to do it themselves, so it is something small enough that they aren't in a position to hire us, or they don't necessarily need our services to come fix it, but just want our expertise on how to do it.
So if I haven't had a major disaster, but I have a problem with maybe a sofa or something like that, can you even help me out with those little things?
We sure can. We have a lot of our technicians are trained on upholstery cleaning and fabric repair, carpet repair, and they can come answer all those type of questions.
Isn't that wonderful to know that from the littlest to the biggest, ARS is there for us? Again, it goes back to your slogan, got a mess, call ARS, because you truly can help us with anything. So if my child spills Kool-Aid on the sofa, you can help me out.
It's happened at my house before, and yes, we can take care of that too.
That's wonderful to know. Well, where are you located and your phone number?
We're located in North Logan, and our phone number, right on Main Street, and our phone number is 753-9600.
And do you have a website as well where you can maybe get some information?
We do. There's a real informative website with lots of photos and more discussion of the type of work that we do, and it's arscleanup.com.
Okay, well, check that out. Give them a call and know from the start to the end, ARS takes care of it. If it's not as good as it was or better, you haven't done your job right, so they always get it right.
That's right, we will. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Doug.